Hey, what's crack-a-lackin'? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to D's Daily DD. It's your boy D. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Take it for entertainment and educational purposes, all right? So, massive shout out to the new subscribers. Thank you to all 180 of y'all. We're almost at 200. Woo, right? Let's get it. Yeah, so today, we got to talk about some stuff that happened with AMC, right? Aron tweeting out some stuff. We got some numbers. We're looking bullish, guys. I mean, we made it through the week. It's Friday, right? So yeah, just time to unwind and kind of take a step back, all right? Because there's no need to panic, guys. Like, we are sitting so good right now. AMC's up 20% for the week, guys, right? When's the last time we were having those kinds of moves and gains and stuff like that, right? I'm also going to talk about some things with Lucid and yeah, just kind of the overall volatility today, right? There was a lot of fear that came out. That's what kind of brought some things down, right? Man, AMC was literally pushing that 1964. It was about to break out, and then guess what? This bad news came out, and the SPY came just crashing down. It was nasty. I mean, it was wild. All right, guys. So yeah, let's jump into this info real quick. All right. And crypto was the same. Like, man, it came crashing down. All right. So just take a breather, right? Whew, it was wild. But just remember that that's part of the market, and volatility was through the roof right now. Okay. Yeah, so let's start off over here. And let's start off here, okay? The reason, everything started tanking for a second was because there was news that came out about Russia and Ukraine, and it's not looking too good right now, right? The tension has been growing, and, I think Biden has been saying, to get the US people out and all that. And so here's just some headlines here that definitely brought some fear in today. Okay, so it was oil prices jumped to fresh 7-year highs amid Russia-Ukraine fears. Also, yeah, oil was spiking. All right, so from those signs, right, guys, to me, it's just looking better for like Lucid, right, for the EV company when you see all these oil prices, because it's gonna hit a point where like people are not gonna want to pay the oil prices, right, and then we're gonna look for alternatives, and we already have Tesla, Lucid, Rivian, right? Like, we have these other potential car makers that could take us to where we need to go. All right, guys, let's talk about AMC. This is freaking amazing, crazy, wild to me, okay? Because he never tweets about numbers and stuff like that, right? Like, from what I've heard is that he has to be very careful, because if he puts out a tweet that could, like, spike or squeeze the shorts out or whatever, like, that he could get in trouble. So it's very interesting to me that Adam today, he tweeted this out with this kind of data, right? And specifically talking about the shorts, guys. So let's read it. In January, the officially reported short interest in AMC rose by 13.8% from 94.8 million short shares on December 31st to 107.8 million shares on January 31st. I still have an interest in 2.3 million shares, which means that he's holding 2.3 million shares. So I hope those short sellers are wrong. Only time will tell, right? And oh man, I was looking through the comments. They're freaking hilarious, right? So the flows up here, we know there's billions of synthetics, right? In my opinion, in our opinion, there's about 4 or 5 billion. Unusual whales backing it up here, that, to what Adam said. And then we can go down. The apes are still here, right? They're here. We're strong. We're not leaving until we get paid, right, off this short squeeze. Because we already did a lot of the DD. I'm like one of the ones that I don't think the DD ever stops, because there's new things that come upon every day, right? And things change. Yeah, but just, check this one out. I just want to see if I could, at least provide some laughs for you today with some memes and things like that, right? But yeah, my conviction is stronger than ever, guys. To me, there's no reason. Okay. And so I was holding a call, a $25 call, right? So I made about 60% profit on that. I got rid of it today, just because of this fear, the stuff that came out. And I was up about 100% on it yesterday on this AMC call, but I didn't sell it yesterday, right? I sold it today, but hey, I collected some profits, right? And then I ended up rolling that over into Lucid shares, okay? And I'll kind of prove that to you guys right now in a bit. All right, so yeah, the rockets guys are they're loaded, they're getting ready, right? The other thing is here, I have a screenshot of one point. I don't know what the current Ortex data is, but at one point today, guys, this is what I need to show you here. The shares on loan, I have never seen it this high actually. 119 million of the real shares, and then you have utilization still at 100%, right, for AMC. If we go back here, I have this this tweet I need to show you guys a couple things, right? So big bullish indicator for AMC, right? Fintel, like remember the whole thing that happened with Fintel? They started blocking a bunch of people, and now they're putting a tweet out that's bullish on AMC. 4 large block trades, call options today, 300K in premium. So they're for this coming next week, right? For the 18th, their calls, and the strikes is 23, all right? But it's a multi-sweep. When you do a multi-sweep, I believe it's like they just want to get filled. They don't even care at what price, right? They're just trying to get the order filled. There was these puts that went worthless today, right? So the 11th, multi-sweeps too, and they expired worthless because the price, the 18 was the strike. So they were saying it was going to be 18 or less. We closed at 1880, I think 1882. Yeah, 1882, right? So those are all worthless, but these are still potential for next week. So if especially if it goes over 23, right, they're going to be making hella profit. Let's go over here. Okay, I need to play this little piece for you guys here. It's from Ortex, right? Because they're sticking to the facts that they're saying AMC utilization has remained 100% for a third day. All right, this was 8 hours ago. And like I was saying, 119 million shares on loan. That's the most I've ever seen. And the short interest, 21.62. But check this little piece out here. Let's see.
And this is your data highlights. AMC and GameStop's utilization remains at 100% for the third day running today, whilst also generating Ortex short squeeze signals in both.
The signals I talked about yesterday too.
If AMC closes over $20 today,
it didn't close over $20
million worth of calls in the money on today's expiry. GitLab, the DevOps software.
All right, and then I went to GitLab, but that was just talking about AMC, all right? But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, I already went over the Fintel. All right, let's just go over to the chart. And guys, when you're in doubt, zoom out. Same thing, right? It hasn't changed. This is the daily chart, okay? And we already crossed this EMA, and we went to test the next one. It touched it. So then it's still holding this area right here, okay? We ended up forming this flag here. It's a bull flag, okay? But I just wanted to go over the MACD is going up. And for the day that we had the volatility, guys, like I was very impressed with the way AMC held up. RSI is right in the middle, and volume is still higher than normal. I still want to see more than 100 million volume here soon. That's what I'm looking for, but we need to come up and test. We're going to need some volume to come up and test this $27, $28 range, right, with the EMAs. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. This is the flag that I'm talking about, right? We've been doing higher highs and higher lows, okay? So I ended up just going here to this flag, and now we ended up closing with a green candle on the 30-minute chart. So that is absolutely bullish, guys, for next week, all right? We're looking really bullish for next week. So if we break this resistance point, right, then we're going to see the next move up, which should continue the trend of higher highs and higher lows, all right? We're just going to zoom in to the 2-minute here, because we were in this channel all day, right? So it ended up holding this, but like I said, for the past week we're up 20%, all right? So that hasn't happened in a few months, right? Okay. Now next, let's go over and look at the options chain. There was a reason why we got rejected at the level at 20, right? They did not want this above 20, like the market makers and all that. Let me refresh it. So I know that it's correct, right? So here we go. 13,000 at $19, right? That was the call side. So we didn't get these, but there was a bunch all the way up to 20, right? I'm sure they had to already hedge for these. That's why we saw the rise yesterday. I'm sure they were having to buy shares to hedge. But then you go down to the puts, and this was, the 19. They were just really trying to get those to be in the money, okay? Because that was the biggest portion there, but at least the 17 expired worthless and the 18. Look at 20,000 there, worthless, guys. No profits there, right? Whoever bought those. All right. The max pain was 18, so we closed above max pain, right? So that's good for us, the apes. And then you have this. We had 45,000 calls in the money. Now everybody knows that, you know, supposedly we're at 100% utilization, but then some shares showed up overnight, guys. At one point, this said it was 0, right? So that's just always like funky with this. But the win here is, look at the calls, 45,000 in the money and 19,000 puts in the money, right? And for next week, guys, holy crap. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, we could see some big moves next week for sure, because on one hand, you have Aron tweeting this, and then you have Fintel tweeting this, right? And then it's just amazing. Like, these are the buyers, right, for AMC, guys. And there has been a lot of buying recently, right? These are the ones that are holding the white, but these are new, 17,000. All these are puts that JP Morgan, but JP Morgan's playing both sides. Like, they hold 1.5 million shares, but then they have 312,000 puts, right? But then you have these buying calls, 8,000. And then we can see BlackRock is in here at one point, right? Because remember they added. Okay, here we go. So BlackRock, as of yesterday, guys, they're holding still 42 million shares of AMC, right? And I know they're lending them out, but at some point, everyone's going to stop lending them out, right? Get the short squeeze, and they won't be able to find shares of them. Like, who's going to want to sell them to them to cover, right? All right, that's all I got for AMC. I know it's a lot, but definitely key information we need to keep up with. All right, now let's go ahead and look at the Lucid chart, guys. I am buying shares, okay? I'm gonna show you this, right? Because this is a huge support zone. We're going into this huge support zone right here at this level, okay? I know that it broke this. Let's see what time frame we're on. We're on the daily, so let's just zoom in to the 30. I know that we broke these supports. We were holding this, and then we broke this, all right? So we have to see what happens here next with that in this coming week, but that fear definitely, you know, pushed it down. All right. Now let's go here. I gotta show you these. All right, so as you can see here, right, I've been buying since this around the end of December, okay? So the last time I sold anything for Lucid was December 20th, and then I started adding, all right? Adding there. This was today, so I added a few more. And then this was all of January, right? I was buying. So I just want to, you know, show you guys that I do believe in Lucid, guys. I'm not fronting y'all, right? Like I'm like doing what Warren Buffett says, right? Where be greedy when others are fearful, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm accumulating shares right now because I've already seen Lucid go to $30, $40, $50, $60 twice, all right? And that was just like, this is a baby company, guys. We got like so much coming for Lucid, right? I see it in real life. Like when I'm driving, I'm starting to see the cars, you know, I'm starting to see them open the showrooms. Like this is a true long investment, in my opinion, right? Not financial advice. Do what you got to do. But yeah, not much going on. It just needs to hold that support right where we're at right now. It's a 23, 22. It has a lot of support there, guys. So we got to pay attention to that next week. All right. But this is what happened with the calls and the puts today. Right here, a lot of them expired worthless, right? As far as the calls, everything under, you know, over 26 is worthless, and there was a good chunk there. Then we go down, and on the puts, a lot of these were in the money, all right? So that's what helped add to the selling pressure of Lucid, right, in my opinion. Good thing it didn't get all the way down here. That would have been more right here at the $24 strike price. We had 4,000. So definitely that's a win for the shorts on Lucid, right, for this week. But like I said, for me, I just think this is a good time to accumulate shares, and they keep shorting it. It's going to be a point where it hits a reversal, right, and you might get a little bit of a short squeeze. We'll see, because the short percentage has gone up on Lucid by quite a bit. And we can go ahead and look it up real quick. Watch. So Lucid short interest. Let's see what's the last they reported. On the 31st. You had 17% of the flow. All right, this used to be like a 8, 9, 10%. Right now we're it's double. Okay, but like I said, Lucid, they're gonna eventually release some news here. Earnings is coming up, guys. Like there's a lot of potential there, all right, for an upside in my opinion. Yeah, so just wanted to show you guys all this, right, as we head into the weekend. Let's see what happens this coming week, guys. I really think we are this close, right? We're right there, guys. Keep holding. I see the apes holding, obviously, right? The price is holding, and we've been making moves to the upside. So yeah, just we got to keep that focus and that mentality that like we're not leaving, right? We're here. We know what happens. The government has been pointing out what happened with the new rules and the transparency, and as soon as those things start hitting, in my opinion, guys, we'll see some crazy price rips, all right, especially with AMC. But I'm talking about all the highly shorted stocks, right? I think they're gonna have to rebalance the market here soon, and they're gonna have to re-clear everything, you know, settle everything. That way, when they enforce and we start trading in the new market, like when they're reporting daily, I think there's gonna be a lot of traps that they set like signals off, right, to see if people are taking advantage or, you know, doing some crazy stuff with the prices and the like derivatives, hiding things and the short interest, right? So yeah, right now AMC's up, guys, to 1892 after hours, right? Let's remember Lou said that the run would start on a Friday, most likely, after hours. We'll have to see what happens. All right, Luke from Wall Street said that a couple months ago, or a couple weeks ago. I can't remember the date, but all right, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, and see you soon. Later.